Guys,
Hello, hello.
it's Tuesday. We're just doing our sprint planning. What's happening this week?
Go on, Lee. You're on,
What?
Lee. I think for mostly this week it's going to be a lot of Coloring Pixels work, especially for me, getting the asymmetric stuff wrapped up, and then there'll be a lot of Skystead work as well. So we're doing Brie this week, as well as a lot of texturing and getting all rigged up and unmade.
And yeah, on Skystead Ranch we're going to be working a lot on the skylets, actually getting their behaviours and stuff working in game, ahead of the beta that we're doing next month. That should be good, and then some Demeter stuff probably, but Cameron's off a lot this week, so I don't think it'll be a lot of work on it this week, but we'll see.
Okay, so I've been working on the isometric DLC today. However, I did take the time out of today to do the Switch Collection 5 image, which is definitely going to take a bit more of a Halloween theme, because all the images in this next collection are all sort of autumn and Halloween themed. And overall, it's come together quite well, and I thought I would sort of show an in-progress shot of the image. I'm doing a Switch again, but it's sort of an undocked version. And I thought I'd place it inside this sort of autumn landscape. So I'll draw in really quick what I kind of want to do here. I kind of want to go for, oh, that's not the right colour. I want to go for some pumpkins lying around about here, maybe over here, maybe there. And I'm wanting to add in some sort of vine work to the overall sort of the Switch screen here. That I think look pretty cool. And I also want to add a little bit of a farm in here, which is why this brown is a different colour from the shadows. So there's going to be a sort of farm in here. And hopefully that'll fill out a lot of the design. I'm going to have some sort of foliage that goes around like this too. And may even add a sort of underside here like that. And hopefully that'll look pretty cool. It'll have more detail than this. I'm going to sort of try fill out the scene as much as I can, but hopefully that'll sort of give a rough idea of what's going to look like.
Hello. When I was modeling and texturing this bulbfish, well, egg stuffed bulbfish, I thought it was going to be one of the most unappetizing things I could ever think of, but it looks very delicious, I think, somehow. So the fish is blue, that's why it's blue here. I tried to match all the colours in a nice way. I usually, when I make cooking stuff, I get quite hungry, and I thought it wouldn't happen with this, but it did.
Yeah, so a bit of a short week for me this week, but Lee might have to turn on the desktop audio for this one and this recording. Because I've been working on the audio of the game. So we've got this system where, well, I'm trying to make the system anyway, where the music changes depending on which terrain you're on. So the player can make like a foresty area with lots of tall grass. The music will be dependent on that tall grass being there. So we've got a bunch of tracks back from the contractor that we've got, and this is sort of like the normal music that you'll be hearing when you're out and about in the world. But then as I enter this zone here, it should change. And that's overlaying the music from the various bits of biomes. So we've got a little bit of meadows, mainly grass, and a little bit of tall grass. So it's sort of like layering in a few different things. And then if we cross the river here, you see it will fade out to the normal stuff. Then as I get back onto here, it'll change again. And this zone is supposed to be rock, and I think this is just water. But obviously we don't have the rock texture in at the moment, so it looks a bit jank. That sounds a bit different. And then if we go up here, it should just be tall grass. It should be a different sound altogether again. But it's just something we're trying out. Fingers crossed it'll be okay. We are a little bit worried that it will be a bit too repetitive, so we'll have to see what it feels like, but it's just for the outside. We're going to have different music for the inside zones as well. But yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so I've just gotten done texturing Brie, our new Scarlet, the sort of goat/cow Scarlet here, and overall it's looking pretty good. I went for a sort of mushroom design on the back here thanks to Laura's meshes. They look really cool, adds a bit more of an older look to it as well as the beard here. I think the textures came out pretty well. I didn't realise that goats had this sort of cow sort of pattern as well on the side, so it did sort of work out well, having them combine together. And I've also done the shiny as well, which is this sort of black and white variant with some shiny horns. This was the idea from Kim the Volunteer, which sort of goes along with the sort of Tron neon look at the back here. They were originally white, but we changed them to match the back. And I think it works really, really well.
So today and yesterday as well really, I've been working on a couple of different things. The first one here is I finished off level 3, it's completely done now, and this mirror puzzle here. Basically the idea is you just have to hit the mirror and it just reflects the light, and you just want to turn it around and put it into there, and then it'll open the door. One thing is that if you hit it, like no matter which side you hit it at, it kind of goes in the same direction each time, so I think it would be pretty nice if maybe if you hit it from the other side it would go backwards, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think for now this is okay. And then maybe because I've knocked it out of here, maybe this door should reset, but the basic idea is that anyway. And then you see the idea here with all this is that this will set off that platform there, and then we can see that thing there, and that's basically for each area we want to have environmental enemies. So I'm actually going to show you in level 2 quickly, because that one was supposed to be like a fast one. There's also a slow one in level 3, but I kind of just want to show off the basic one in level 2. You can see it, yeah, it's kind of flying around there, and then we just wanted something a bit different from the basic enemies and something unique to each world. So this one, it kind of like charges into you, kind of like a phantom of Minecraft or something, or the enemy of Helldivers as well. Yeah, the idea is, so if I just stand here, I'll let it hit us, it'll just, yeah. And then you can also charge it as well and hit it if you... I mean, the easiest way is just stand in the right place. I was quite happy with it, and then Rob mentioned that it looked a bit like a bullet bill off Mario, and now I can't unsee it, but I think once it's got a model and yeah, maybe we'll add some wings and that, and I think it'll be alright.
Yeah, just continuing on from earlier, there was a piece of music that we had made quite a while ago actually, and I think it was actually for the Kickstarter demo, but I don't think we used it in the end. But it's the nighttime stuff, so in a few seconds it should transition from daytime to nighttime, and then fingers crossed it should be quite smooth. I think the main issue with it at the moment is that it's a bit too loud. I think it just like all the tracks just need normalizing comparing to each other, but it's in and it's working.
This week I was tasked with fixing this cow milk because Jack made a Skylet for milk purposes and its name is Brie. So I had to change this cow to the Jack's cow goat. And this is what it looks like. It's holding some milk in its hands. Isn't it cute? It's cute, right?
The past day and a half have all been entirely Coloring Pixels related, so I've gone ahead and QA'd all of the isometric book that Jack's been working on. All the levels are fixed, there wasn't many things to change this time around. They've all been re-uploaded, and that build is pretty much good to go, so we're like a week early on that, which is good. That's all ready and prepped. As well as there's been some work on the bonus image, so this is obviously the very pixelated version because we've scaled down for the achievement. That's also good to go and that's working. That links to the actual store page for Coloring Pixels on Switch, and achievements uploaded and working as well, so that's good to go for tomorrow.
Okay, so I've been working on a lot of fixes for Luna today. In the previous vlog, I showed off that the wings were quite broken. A lot of the faces were clipping through the sides, and I think I've managed to fix it. Took a little bit of a while as it was quite a bit of an annoying fix, but the problem mainly was that the wings weren't thick enough in terms of the actual sort of the webbing of the wings. I think I've thickened them up enough to the point where they're no longer clipping, so if I turn off the rig here, you can see that there's no more clipping on the wings here. But when I fixed that, it did present another problem, and that was that the sort of wings here going along the frame of the wing was starting to detach from the frame because the weight painting was essentially redone. So I had to go back in and do a lot more weight painting on especially these bits here, on these bones at the top here. And essentially what I had to do was, if I quickly go into weight painting mode, was I had to remove the weight from the tops here. So you can see on these 3 bones here, the weight painting doesn't go up to the frame anymore, and that allowed the frame to overwrite this portion of the ring, so it could sort of just pull on the mesh of the ring, and that seemed to work okay. The ring could still do a little bit more work, but I think for now they are doing just fine. I've even made a few animations for the Lunar Moth. So I quickly put them on. We've got the sort of idle, which I think I've shown before, but it's no longer broken. So I turn off this rig. There we go. Making use out of those big elegant wings. We've got the run, which is essentially like what I've done is I've took the idle animation, I've just exaggerated the wings a lot more and tilted it down, which makes it look like it's just going sort of a bit faster, because I want to keep the speed the same, so when it comes to blending in Unity it works a lot better.
Yeah, so Coloring Pixels today. So I've been working on something a little bit different. It is the Hindu Festival of Light, Diwali, coming up. I think it starts on the 1st November, so I've fast forwarded my my time on here, which is going to make it a bit awkward, I know, for recording, because it'll put the put the dates all wrong in the recording. But yeah, we're doing a seasonal effect. You can see here in the top left it says Festival of Light. I'll just quickly load up an image. Should be working. Yeah, so we're just going to dim the background a bit, and then Jack's gone ahead and made these little lanterns that fly up. And yeah, it's something that we just wanted to do for a while, but yeah, last year we couldn't do it because of MTM and all Skystead Kickstarter stuff that we were doing, which is a shame. And I think we're just going to run it. The actual dates for Diwali do change every year, but a lot of the times the dates end up being in like October, during when we've got the Halloween event on. So I think honestly we're just probably going to run it from the 1st of November, just for a week every year. It's simpler that way, and that way there's like no conflicts with other events going on. So I know the dates aren't going to line up perfectly, but yeah, at least we've got something, right?
Hello, I made this ruined meal. I think this is one of the the best things I've ever made. It kind of looks like an exhibition piece for a Baltic gallery. In a good way. So the player will get this meal when they cook something that's not edible. I don't think he'll be able to eat this in the end. I guess it's up to Rob to decide.
Taking a quick break from doing some Skylight work to work on the Kickstarter backer awards. So when we get the posters delivered, they come in like packs of 3, and they're in a box each, like they're in these triangle boxes, which means that there isn't enough packaging to actually send them back out to the backers of the merch tier. So we've gone ahead and got a whole load of tubes. I think we've got too many here. I think, yeah, we only needed, I think, 15 maybe. There's a lot more than 15, but yeah. So I'm just going to be packing up the tubes with the posters. Here's one I've already done, and yeah, just crack on with that.
Today I made a lava soup. I used a bowl from the vegetable soup. That one was brown, wooden one, and it's a metal bowl for a lava soup because the wood would probably not be tough enough for lava. It's one of the meals that you can get if you put unedible ingredients in. Yeah, delicious. Jack said he would eat it, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, so today I've been working on some Skylight stuff. So this is just a spreadsheet. We've got it in OneNote as well, but it doesn't look very good in OneNote. It's the same thing, but I don't know, it doesn't look nice. And this is basically just like outlining each Skylight, what's unique about them, sort of like roughly which game stage you should be kind of discovering them at, and then their requirements. So I've only really populated the appear requirements for now, just because it's a lot of work, honestly. Basically just got to specify each one of these individual requirements in the data that we've got for each of these things here. So trigger condition spawning, I think I've shown this off before, but there's just been a couple of new conditions that I've had to add, just because we kind of want some, we want to make it nice and unique, don't we? So this one, 20 completed skylets. This is Peggy. This is supposed to be like the last one that you'll get. 20 completed skylets. So for this one, it needed to check the field guide to see how many you've actually completed, like fully completed. That was one. We've also got a couple of things that we'll be swapping around. So the Thor that we just highlighted on in the game there. 2 unique elemental skylets. So the idea with Thor is that he arrives when you've got all the other elementals, because he's a block of ice. So we want the Bow, the Puffle, the Tor, and the Sizzle. They're all going to be marked as elementals along with Thor, and then this guy shows up when you've got all of the other 4 in the same zone. So I need to quickly add that, but it also kind of works out for a couple of the other ones as well. So I think for the Hoot, because Hoot is quite a large bird, sort of like a proud, like well-dressed bird. So the idea with this is we're going to have it so that he shows up with 2 unique flying skylets, so maybe like the Skipling and the Chirp or something, and then another like criteria that we're going to try and work in is to make this one, you basically just need to take really good pictures of the birds. So yeah, we're going to try that and see how that works. I still haven't added this in, but it's one of those things that we will be looking at. But I think all of these first lot of appear requirements are good. So it's just going to be a matter of moving on to the enter requirements, which are going to be a bit more complicated because they want to be a bit harder.
Today's been a lot of WooLoop again, getting ready for the Advent 2 DLC, which will come at the end of the month. So we can do an actual Advent all the way through December, like we did last year. And I've done 2 levels. I finished the Milk and Cookies one I started yesterday, and then this one you see here. It's sort of a festive train sort of level. I haven't attached the wheels, you can notice at the bottom. They're not actually attached to the level, but I think I'll leave it, see what the feedback is. I feel like I might get too cluttered if I try and, you know, put lines underneath the actual carriage and whatnot. But yeah, I'm happy with this now. There's a couple of changes to make just to fix it that I've spotted whilst playtesting here. And I'm going to push it so the rest of the team can playtest it and give any feedback on what they think regarding the image overall.
Okay, so I've just got finished streaming for today, and I actually managed to get a lot of work done. We managed to get a full skylet done in almost a space of about 2 hours. Give or take, the animations aren't all done yet, but we've got a lot of stuff done. So this is our new skylet called Spore, which is a sort of a smaller skylet on the island, a bit of a starter skylet, so it doesn't have as much detail as the others, but I think it does convey a lot of character. I'm overall with how the overall style came out. So on the stream, I got to model it, I got to texture it, rig it, wave paint it, and do a little bit of animation as well, which I don't usually get to show off during the stream. So some of the animations I got done was the walk animation, which is really cute. Oh, where's my timeline gone? Let me pull this up real quick. There we go. Which is sort of like a really heavy walk. I'll get rid of the eyes though, because the eyes aren't supposed to be on. That was just for render purposes. So we've got a really heavy head here when it walks around. I've tried to put as much weight in the head as possible. I was seeing on stream that I could have pushed it further, but considering we've got a run, I want to add some more weight to the run instead of adding more to the walk. I think it's worked out really well. So we've got the run here as well. Let me quickly switch to pause mode. Here's the run. Lee commented that looked a bit sassy, which I quite like. Definitely got a bit more of an impactful power walk here, but overall it's getting there. And I've got the idle as well, which is sort of just quite subtle compared to the rest of them.
Today I finished working on the wooden decking, well, the fixes for it. This is the old one, and I think one of the comments was from Rob that it looked like Kit Kats. So I tried my best fixing it, and then Lee said that it looks like Kit Kats. Maybe because of the color, but I did add some notches in there, and the player would be able to tile it in different directions. So I'm kind of worried. Maybe it does look like Kit Kat. Hello, it's Friday.
Hello.
Everyone's tired.
Yeah, well tired.
Yes, as this video coming out, we'll have a few things left for the rest of the year. So we've got the isometric DLC that Jax finished up last week. That'll be coming out as this video coming out, so make sure you check that out. Other than that, all that's left is one more Exceed DLC, which will be wrapping up the year 4 pack, and then we've got 2 Advent packs as well that are coming out at the end of November, which will be the WooLoop and the Coloring Pixels ones, so check those out as well. Those store pits should be live, and you build them wish list those now.
Cool. And yeah, thank you to all our Patreon members, our Discord members, and everyone who joined the stream today. It was a good fun stream. We got pretty much a full skylet done. So, woohoo!
Check out Skystead.
Check out Skystead, yes.